So you want to become a millionaire? That's great, because in this video, I'm going to give you 6 strategies that you can literally action out step by step to get you on your journey to becoming closer to making millions of dollars. But before we do that, let's get real and let's look at some stats. 99% of the world are normal, everyday people that work normal full-time jobs. These people earn between $3,000 and $5,000 on average per month and will do so for the rest of their lives. These are regular people that wake up early in the morning, they commute to the office, they jam all the way there, they spend roughly about 7 to 8 hours in an office environment, then they get in their car or train or bike, they commute back to their home, and they repeat this process every single day for the rest of their life until they die. Not a great statistic, unfortunately. These people are the bulk of the world that work very, very hard, that are very, very stressed, that are just getting by and are one paycheck away from getting broke and losing everything and getting their lives destroyed. This is a very, very normal thing. Now, on the flip side, there's 1% of the world that is the top end of that spectrum. These are the people that are financially free, they are millionaires, and they're able to do basically whatever they want. They can travel the world, they can spend their money how they want, they can buy nice things, they can spend time with the people that they love, they can pursue hobbies and interests and the things that they actually love and are passionate about, because now money and time are no longer a problem and they can do whatever they want. Now, if that's the lifestyle and the person that you're trying to become, then stick around till the end of this video, because I'm going to show you 6 strategies on exactly how you can do that. But here's the ugly truth. A lot of people aren't willing to do what it takes to become a millionaire. The reason why 99% of people are living a very mediocre life is because most people aren't willing to do what it takes in order to generate millions of dollars and live an amazing lifestyle. The thing is that it's hard. It's going to require you to do extra work. It's going to require you to learn things that you don't know currently. It's going to require you to push yourself and become uncomfortable so that you can become comfortable in the future. You're going to have to spend a little bit less time with your family and friends and going out and having a good time, maybe watching less Netflix, so that you can focus on the things that will actually allow you to become a millionaire. Let me ask you a question. What's better? Living the current life that you live, where you go to work every single day, you get a consistent salary, you've got that safety and security, but you're going to be stressed out, you're going to be working for someone that you don't necessarily respect, you don't have any time for yourself, and you're going to live a very, very mediocre life and then you're going to die? Or on the other hand, you're going to be a little bit more stressed out, you're going to have to stretch yourself, you're going to have to do the things that you've never done before, you probably are going to have to invest more money, more time, more energy into learning how to become a millionaire and learning the skill sets that will get you there. But eventually, what's going to happen is you're going to have more time freedom, you're going to have more money, you're going to be able to travel the world, you're going to be able to pursue the passions and interests and hobbies that you actually enjoy, and you're going to be able to live a more fulfilling life. Which one are you going to choose? The easy way that doesn't get you really that far, to be honest, or the slightly more difficult way, but that will give you a much, much better life? I know which one I would choose every single day, but only you can answer the question for yourself. All right, so lesson number 1 on getting to millionaire status is a good education isn't necessarily going to make you successful, but a self-education will. All right, so there's a big difference between getting a regular education and being self-educated. Regular education is what most people go through. A lot of people go to school, they go to college, they go to university, they get a degree. Now, the big problem is after they get a degree, what do? They get a regular job and they get stuck in the system, right? And they get paid a salary by an employer every single month, and they stay in that job pretty much forever, which basically ruins their dreams. Now, even if you're making a decent salary, there is a cap on how much you can actually make. So the only way for you to break through that is to learn skills outside the education system that will allow you to make way more money. And the only way that you can do that is through something called self-education, right? Now, how do you get self-educated? You read books, you take courses, you go to seminars, you go to conferences, you listen to podcasts, you watch videos, and this is the way that you break through the normal traditional way of being taught and learn skill sets that are not taught in school, that are not taught in college, and are not taught in university, because these institutions are designed to keep you inside the system and designed to keep you broke and just basically working for an employer. Lesson number 2 is stop trading time for money, right? With most people out there, what's going on is they now get a job, they're working for an employer, and they're making a salary every single month, which is safe, by the way, and there's nothing wrong with getting a job, but you just have to understand that when you have a job, you are basically trading your time for money. You're basically making roughly, for example, $30 per hour. You're working 40 hours a week, which means you make $1,200 a week, which is $4,800 a month. Now, you're not going to be able to make any more money than that because you're maxing out on the amount of time that you are actually investing in your job. So your employer pays you money for the time that you're putting in, but you can't work any more hours than that because there's only a limited amount of hours in every single day. For that reason, when you're working for an employer, you are capped on the amount of money that you can actually make. Now, in this particular example, if you were making $4,800 per month, it would take you 17 years to make $1 million. And that's not including taxes or inflation. And that's only $1 million. $1 million these days isn't that much money. You're going to have to make millions of dollars if you really want to live an amazing lifestyle. So what's the solution to this? Well, the solution is to stop trading time for money and find a way to get paid whether you are there or not. So whether you're sleeping, whether you're eating, whether you're sick, whether you're traveling, whether you decide not to work that day, if you can find a way for assets to continue to pay you and you make money that way, that is the best way for you to get to millionaire status. So if you want to learn the exact strategy that I use to get to multiple six figures online, go ahead and register for my free six-figure workshop by clicking the link in the description box or the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Lesson number 3, start a business that solves a high demand problem. If you look at most of the millionaires and billionaires in the world, all of these people are business owners. Why is that? Because when you start a business, you are not trading time for money anymore. You can start to leverage people, you can start to leverage tools, you can start to leverage systems, you can sell products and services that will allow you to scale tremendously and grow way beyond the amount that you can make on a per hourly basis, if that makes sense. If you look at one of the most successful companies in the world, Amazon, which is run by Jeff Bezos has 147,000 employees working for him. But it didn't start that way. Jeff actually started alone by himself in a very, very basic, simple office. But he knew that if he kept working on the business and he kept building it, then eventually what would happen is he could grow a team of people that would eventually be doing the work for him. Now Jeff doesn't even actually run the company. He is not the CEO anymore. So he has taken a step back and he's got people and his minions basically working on his business. Whether he's there or not, he just gives some ideas here and there, making sure that the company is moving in the right direction. But essentially, Jeff doesn't actually work on the day-to-day operations of Amazon anymore, and it is a multi-billion-dollar company. Obviously, this is an extreme example, but that's exactly how a business can work, and that's exactly how you can leverage other people's time to build a lot more income for you, whether you decide to be working that day or not. Now, stay with me for the next minute because this is important. You don't want to go out there and just start any old business, because there are a lot of businesses that are very, very expensive to start and you need a lot of capital, and there are a lot of businesses that just have too many moving parts and are very, very difficult for you to get successful in. I recommend that you start a business that has a high demand problem and you start it online. Now, there are a few reasons for that. First of all, if you start a business that has a problem that's in high demand to be solved, you're going to be able to earn a lot more income that way. The second thing is if you start an online business, then generally the cost of starting that business is going to be a lot lower. For example, if you were to start a traditional brick and mortar business like a restaurant or cafe, you would need at least $200,000 to $300,000 to actually start that business. On the flip side, if you were to start a drop shipping business, an Amazon business, an affiliate marketing business, or maybe a lead generation business online, that would probably only cost you a few $1,000s to get started. And because of that, that will allow you to actually get into the business, get started, and give you a much higher chance of actually becoming a millionaire. Lesson number 4 is to reinvest back into your business. So here's the thing. Once you create a business and you're starting to generate revenue, what you don't want to do is you don't want to start going out there buying Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Gucci watches, Hermes handbags, or anything like that. What you want to do is you want to take that money and reinvest it back into your business. A lot of new business owners make that mistake. They start making a little bit of money and they end up spending it and they end up going broke and having to close down their business. What you want to do is you want to stay humble, you want to stay low key, and you want to take that revenue and keep putting it back into the business so that you can grow the business. Now, growing the business means adding new products, adding new services, hiring more people, training them to be able to do jobs that you can't do so that they can take on more hours, help you to generate more revenue, and actually grow the size of your business. That's the way you actually succeed, and that's the way that you actually grow the business big. Practice something called delayed gratification, where you don't gratify yourself yourself instantly and start buying all sorts of random stuff that you don't actually need. Once you've actually generated a big enough business that's making good revenue and you don't have to worry about reinvesting that much into it anymore, that's when you can start buying your houses, your mansions, your cars, and all the other stuff that makes you happy. Lesson number 5 is to buy assets, not liabilities. Okay, and so this goes again with what we were just talking about earlier, reinvesting in your business. Don't go out there and start buying stuff that's just going to burn a hole in your pocket and rack up your credit and your debt, like mansions, cars, branded goods, stuff that you don't really need. Those are all liabilities. Those are going to cost you in the long term. What you want to do instead is invest in assets that will actually give you money so that you can grow your net worth. For example, buying property that will grow over the long term, buying stocks that will increase over a period of time, invest in mutual funds, ETFs, cryptocurrency, REITs, gold and silver, perhaps even invest in other high potential businesses. That way, you're going to be able to have lots of assets that will pay you a lot of money over the long period, and you will always be growing your net worth, and that's how you can get to millionaire status. And lesson number 6, and this is probably the most important lesson to getting to millionaire status, is to take lots of action. See, it's all great and good to watch videos like this and get all these ideas, get excited, and then don't do anything about it. What you need to do instead is you need to take action. That's very, very important. So once you learn this information, once you decide on a business to actually get started with, you need to actually take action on that business every single day. Now, I'm not asking you to quit your full-time job, right? What you want to do instead is you want to stay in your full-time job so you have that financial security, but every single day, maybe for 1 or 2 hours a day, chip away at your business. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay, because your goal should be big enough and your why should be big enough to keep you on the straight and narrow, right? Chip away at that business, grow it every single day, create that consistency, and eventually you're gonna have something that will replace your full-time income. Then you can quit your full-time job. Now, you might resonate what I'm about to say, but a lot of people don't start their businesses because they've just got a lot of questions, right? What business do I start? Where am I going to find the money? What products am I going to sell? How am I going to figure things out? I don't have any experience in this. Will I be successful? And that's perfectly fine to have all these questions in your head. But here's the big trick. What you want to do is you just want to start anyway, because you're not going to have the answers to all these questions. The only way that you're going to figure it out is after you get started and you're met with these challenges, and you just need to find a way to solve those problems as you go along, right? The great thing about this day and age is that you have access to technology. You've got access to Google, and there are lots of ways to find the answers to these questions and these problems. And all you need to do is understand that part of becoming a business owner and an entrepreneur is being a firefighter. You have to learn to put out fires. You have to learn to solve problems. And it's okay when the problem hits you in the face. You just need to take a bit of time, solve that problem, and move forward. Another big reason why a lot of people don't take action is because they think that they're a perfectionist. They want everything to be perfect before they launch it. Now, here's the reality of the situation. You will never know if your product or business or service is perfect until you launch it into the marketplace, right? So what you want to do is you just want to get it maybe 70% ready, launch it into the marketplace, let the market tell you what they think, and then go ahead and tweak from there. Because until you do that, your product, service, or business, or whatever it is, will never be perfect anyway. So just launch it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what people think. Get it to as good as it can be, and then just get it out there in the market and then tweak as you go. This is the best strategy that I've found to get around that whole idea of perfectionism. Let the market tell you what they want, and then you can perfect your business, your service, your product from there. And there you have it. That's the formula to becoming a millionaire. Now, I know it sounds simple, and you were able to learn some of the most important lessons in this pretty short video, but the truth is that a lot of people are not going to run with this because they just don't want to. They're just too lazy. They're just too comfortable earning a full-time income and working for an employer, that they're not willing to step outside of that box in order to get uncomfortable today to be comfortable tomorrow. And it's fascinating to me that people don't understand this concept and would rather work a full-time job, earn a salary from an employer, and just live a mediocre life than to take on a little bit of risk, work a little bit harder, but eventually have something that they can truly be proud of and live the most amazing lifestyle. So I hope that that's you. Now, if you just want to follow in my footsteps and find out exactly how I was able to build my business, then I've got a free training that you can check out. Just go ahead and register for it in the link below. I'm going to send you that training, and I'm going to show you in detail, over the shoulder, step by step, exactly how I was able to do it. So I hope you enjoyed the video today and you got lots of value from it and you learned a lot from it. If you like content like this, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know every time we come up with a brand new video. And if you want, you can check out one of the videos I recorded recently. Super fun. You're gonna get a lot of value from it as well, and I hope to see you there. Take care.